What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Malamar games. We have another week here against a cool opponent with a cool team and a cool theme. All of the cool things. And so this week, the theme is a very unique one. This week, the only Pokemon we are allowed to use are those that evolve in forms other than leveling up. So leveling up is obviously the most common form, but there's a ton of Pokemon that level up in other ways, whether it's by trading, holding a specific item, using a stone, through friendship, lots of different ways to do it, through different tasks like you see with the Urshifu and things like that. But there's lots of ways to do it. We had a list that I will link down in the description below of all the eligible Mons for this format. But as you see here, here's the team that I kind of settled on, and we're going to dive into it here. When I was looking through the list, I realized that you could have a pretty standard core from maybe like a Series 6. And the fun thing is, the Series 6 is when I really got into competitive VGC seriously, playing on ladder. Obviously, that was all there was at the time. There were no live events going on. And so I got my real introduction into the meta of VGC with the Porygon, the Arcanine, the Urshifu, and the Clefairy. I actually used the Clefable back then because I didn't know any better. But I realized that pretty early on looking at the list, this is a pretty standard Series 6 core, and with a lot of the same things that were banned in Series 6 being banned in this format, I thought, that's probably a good idea, a good place to start. So we'll go through a couple of sets. A lot of these things are very straightforward. But we have here the Clefairy. The Clefairy is just as bulky as I could make it. We put 4 EVs into speed just in case we have a mirror match with another Clefairy. Maybe I can get off a Sing, a Dazzling Gleam to get some chip, just things like that. I had 4 EVs to put somewhere, so I decided I wanted to put 4 EVs into special attack and 4 EVs into speed just to give me an advantage there. I'm not sure if this is how my opponent will go. I don't know very much about them and how they build teams. Because, fun fact, they're actually filling in because my other opponent who I was supposed to play unfortunately was not able to play this week. And so Yan is a pal from, I met him in Little Root Lessons, and he's filling in this week just to give me someone to play because he thought the format was cool as well. And so shout out to him. If he has any social medias or things like that to plug, I will be plugging them down below in the description. But moving on here is the Porygon Z, the nuke button, the delete button of Series 6, if you will. This is how I learned to play VGC, and probably why I have some of the bad habits I do now, is because I like to just click Dynamax and click the delete button. So it's very standard, modest, max 252 speed, 252 special attack. It's going to hit things really hard, and it's going to be protected by the Clefairy. That's really all there is to it. Moving on, Budget Incineroar, or Arcanine, if you will. It is, again, this is a more offensive variant. I decided to go with a max speed Jolly, just to get off really fast Will-O-Wisps and Snarls. I invested a little bit into attack to be able to pick up a couple of calcs that I don't remember off the top of my head right now for Flare Blitz and Extreme Speed, things like that, just to give it some offensive presence as well, so that it can't be ignored after it gets a Will-O-Wisp off or it gets a Snarl off. They do have to treat it with some respect. And moving on here with another standard set, we have the Urshifu Rapid Strike to kind of help with the fire water. I didn't end up going with a grass type. I'll get to that in a second, but I think the water variant fits better onto this team. It is as standard as an Urshifu gets: Focus Sash, Jolly Max Speed, with the standard move set. Now getting into the kind of the spice of the team and what I anticipate being really fun here. I really wish Dusclops evolved in some form other than leveling up, but alas, I must go with Budget Dusclops, or Dusknoir. It has the Colbur Berry because I do anticipate Dark Urshifu being a really big threat, as well as Porygon Z is going to want to carry that Dark Pulse like you see on ours to be able to hit those ghost types, and Colbur Berry is going to help us live both of those just to make sure we get off Trick Room. And so we have the Trick Room setter here. It's just as bulky as you can get. We EV'd it specifically to live with 50% on Wicked Blow from max attack Adamant Urshifu. So that's the route my opponent decides to go. We'll definitely live a Banded or a Helping Hand Wicked Blow as well. You see the move set here. We have Trick Room, Pain Split, Will-O-Wisp. I'm realizing now Pain Split and max HP is kind of anti-synergistic, but you know what? We live and we learn. It's too late now. Will-O-Wisp to kind of just help mitigate damage and just be really annoying. Then we have Bulldoze. Bulldoze is here to proc the weakness policy on the Rhyperior. One thing you'll notice on Rhyperior, right here we have 2 speed IVs. 2 speed IVs, very important, because that allows us to outspeed with the Dusknoir under Trick Room. So the Dusknoir will go first in Trick Room. The idea here is maybe lead Clefairy with Dusknoir, follow me, Trick Room, maybe the Clefairy goes down, and we can then bring in the Rhyperior for free. If I don't have anything that threatens Rhyperior, I could just hit Protect, but if I see an Urshifu on their side, that's kind of a bad idea. But the IVs on the speed will make it so that Dusknoir goes first with the Bulldoze and is able to proc the policy before, because they actually min speed, there was a speed tie that I just did not want to fight with, so I decided instead of investing EVs, I would invest some IVs instead. And here on the Rhyperior set, you see we just hit an Adamant breakpoint and decided to go just split bulk here in the special defense and HP, because it already has such a good physical defense. And we went with the 2 stabs, Thunder Punch, and Heavy Slam to give good coverage. You'll see no Protect on this Pokemon, just because you never really know in this kind of meta what's going to be viable and what's going to be something your opponent brings, and so I want as much coverage as I can possibly get on my big Dynamax. So this team, it kind of operates in a somewhat linear fashion. You Dynamax either Porygon Z or Rhyperior almost every single time. I can't imagine another scenario. A combination of Arcanine, Clefairy, and Urshifu come with the supporting the roles. If we decide to go Trick Room, obviously we lead Dusknoir to get the Trick Room up. It'll be very dependent on what my team or my opponent's team looks like. But with no Rillaboom, the only real threat to Rhyperior is the real common threat, I should say, is that of the Urshifu Rapid Strike. And if we can get Trick Room up, we take care of that fairly easily. So, all of that being said, I'm going to jump over to our match in just a minute here, and we're going to get into it with our opponent. Alright, jumping into it here, this is a really cool team from my opponent. We do have the Rhyperior mirror, and they ended up using the Porygon. Now, I see a very heavy Trick Room lean on their part, so maybe we play into that. I need to make sure I have this set up correctly. I actually don't remember. 46. I don't remember if those IVs got set correctly. 45. Okay, so they did. So my Rhyperior is notably a little bit faster. So honestly, I think we go, because they don't have any, well, no, yes, they do. Ooh, they do have redirection. Let's see. Maybe we go Arcanine, Porygon Z. And hear me out. I'm not crazy. And Urshifu. I don't know if Dusknoir. So I don't want to play directly into the Trick Room. I don't know if Dusknoir is good then. We'll do Clef in the back. Now I'm really relying on my Porygon Z to do a lot of damage here. But nonetheless, good luck, have fun to Yan. Let's jump into it. I think this is going to be a really cool battle. I love this format just in theory crafting. It's just a ton of fun. A lot of cool stuff. As you can see from my opponent's team, they went really cool and a lot of fun. Alright, so they do have let's see. They do have the Tangrowth. I think. I think they're gonna get the Trick Room up. I don't think there's any way around that. Because there's no way a Flare Blitz KOs. Unless... unless I crit? Even then, I doubt it. Here, let's do this. In case they don't, for some reason, let's target correctly. And we'll get rid of their Porygon too. Now, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. That is great news for us, folks. Maybe they just assumed I wouldn't fall for it? I don't know. That seems like quite the read on their part. Unless maybe I don't KO here, which I would be shocked. Because this is, a Life Orb Max Strike. There's no way I don't, right? Okay, so Flare Blitz, get a little chip. Maybe they calced for that. Oh yeah, I should definitely. I say that. I don't know definitely. I didn't check this calc. Okay, good. All right, so we get that. That's huge. Let's see. Do they have any other ways to set Trick Room on their team? I wonder. I'm not really sure. I can't remember that. I have Goodra, Sylveon, Tangrowth. So there's only one other Pokemon left. Now I think here... they're probably going to max... I think we need to prioritize taking care of the Tangrowth because Urshifu in the back should do alright with handling the rep here, even once it gets maxed. Especially with Helping Hand from Clefairy. Alright, do I have Helping Hand? I might not even have Helping Hand, I don't remember. Yes. Let's see. They're gonna max as expected. They can definitely take out the what's it called? The Budget Incineroar, the Arcanine here. But they may prioritize the Porygon Z, which in reality I would rather them do that. Oh, they went for... I could have gone Will-O-Wisp again. They have not gone Rage Powder yet, which is interesting. Maybe they were going for a Sleep Powder to try and really swing the momentum, which is fair. Okay, so who do they target here? Max Quake. That makes me think they're going after the Arcanine. Yeah. Alright, so that's a KO onto the Arcanine. Now, critically they boosted their special defense, which is fine for, stopping the Porygon. But that's not going to help you with my Surging Strikes bot here. Okay, let's see. Oh, Sylveon. Oh, man. Now that is quite the threat to old Urshi boy here. I think we go Detect, because I can see them max guarding. I think we gotta go... Yeah, we gotta go Max Strike into Sylveon. I can see the max guarding and Hyper Voice. And then maybe even having something like a Quick Attack. There it is. Ooh, what if it's offensive or physical Sylveon? That'd be kind of funny. And this is why I just fell in love with the game of Pokemon, with its nuanced, high-end, big brain moves of let me just click the button of Porygon Z, folks. Oh man, that is it is interesting that they didn't go for Rage Powder turn 1. Now they get Trick Room up. This is an incredibly different game. It just no two ways around it. I don't know how I play through that in reality. But I think here we just click the button. Oh man, that's bulky. Holy crap. That should proc its policy. Or maybe it's not policy. Oh wow. No weakness policy. Okay, Max Lightning again. That's probably gonna take care of the Urshifu. I wonder if it's the Salt Vest. I don't know, that still did a lot of damage even with the boost. There's two options here, either Helping Hand. I know, an Ice Beam should KO now that it's done with its max. But I think safest play is Follow Me. Could do Sing for the memes, but I won't do that. You know, considering it didn't go for Max Guard, I think it very well could have been Assault Vest. I just find it hard to believe that PZ is doing that much damage. But nonetheless, that's a good game one. No, I'm not sure if Yan's gonna let me get away with Porygon Z shenanigans in game 2. So we gotta figure out how we're gonna adjust, if we're gonna adjust at all, going into game 2. Alright, game 2. I think I need to be a little more careful this time. The threat of Trick Room going up is just too heavy. I think I need to lead. Let's see. I could go Urshifu, Rhyperior. That no, if they redirect, I say we lean into Trick Room 2. Go Arcanine. Let's see, is Urshifu better or Clef? I think PZ has to sit this one out just to play it safe. Yeah, I think we go Clefairy. The Urshifu is... we gotta really rely on... That might have been not a good idea. We're gonna really rely on Rhyperior for pretty much all of our damage in this one, which is not usually how you want to do it. But we know it's not weakness policy Rhyperior, so we can play a little more aggressively there. Okay, let's see. Yan. Same lead for them. I fully expect... Well, actually, I don't know if I fully expect. I take that back. Do I want to set up my own Trick Room? The Eviolite. Ooh, Tangrowth has the Focus Sash. Good to know, good to know. Rockfall, Porygon Z, and because of the way I have my speed set up, Rhyperior is going to go first, but if I Bulldoze, I could have it ready for the next turn. Yeah, we're going to do that. So I'm going to look a little silly probably to Yan in this moment in seeing that I messed up my speed tiers, but in reality, I'm just having to play this one a little differently than flowcharted at the beginning. Oh, gets the sleep powder off. I still have not seen rage powder. Am I tripping or does it not get that? I mean, it has to get that, right? Okay, so he's probably gonna think I went for what's it called? Trick Room. Okay, so that boosts my special defense on Rhyperior. See, I take my turn to sleep on Dust Noir. Man. See, now they're just gonna sleep powder Rhyperior, and we're in trouble, folks. I don't have a taunt on this team. That's wild. Max Lightning that turn would have been the play, but I think the past is the past. So we're going to have to hope they miss and they proc my policy, which I don't think that is a very likely series of events. We're going to get up Trick Room now. And they hit again. Fair enough, they missed the first time. Or no, they didn't. No, they didn't miss. They didn't get it off the first time. Okay. Sleep, sleep, sleep all around. Maybe Smogon players are onto something. Oh man, oh man. We're gonna go lightning and let's try once again, or do we? I think at this point, getting the bulldoze off is gonna be better. No, I need Trick Room. And then I can set up Bulldoze for free. Leaf Storm, Solid Rock, save me. Oh, so much damage. And it's going to proc the policy. So if I get a wake up here, we're not in the worst position. Okay, good. Do I live a third? I don't think I live a third. Oh, I live a third! But, asleep. There's the Trick Room. Alright, now we're cooking. Folks, now we're cooking. Dust Noir does go down, which is a sad series of events. I think we go into Clefairy here. We do essentially get almost nothing out of our Dynamax, so we're not in a great position still. But let's see. We gotta hope to hit a Stone Edge here, maybe. Let's see. Do you think I can hit a Sing, folks? I don't think so. I'm gonna play it safe. Follow me. And man, I hope I wake up. Alright, Stone Edge connects. Bop! Oh, they reversed the Trick Room. That's okay. That's okay. We have Clefairy here to protect us. I really wish I had, what's it called? Rock Slide 2? But, alright, so their Rhyperior is probably slower than mine. Let me double check something here. 56, okay. think... Oh, man. Oh, wait. Trick Room's over, so mine is faster. Wait, that's huge. Yeah, we're gonna go Earthquake. Come on, buttons. Follow me. If this works, which I'm hoping it does, we should get an Earthquake off. Man, I wish I brought Urshifu over Arcanine in this scenario. Arcanine's going to have a bad time against Rhyperior. So if my Rhyperior goes down, we're kind of out of answers. Okay, recover on P2. That's not great. Fairy hangs on, so we should... Ugh. Oh, that's so much damage. But... okay, we'll bring in Arcanine. Let's see, what are my lines here? I don't have Protect on Rhyperior, which is bad for us. So I really need to stall out their Dynamax. So another Earthquake doesn't KO. Let's see. We don't know what their third is, but if I had to guess, Sylveon is probably still a good bring for them. So I think here... Let's see, if I Earthquake, I'd probably KO my own Arcanine, but just gotta hit the Will-O-Wisp. Okay, that's a good step. They're gonna recover. Oh, Ice Beam. Oh no, that probably KOs. Yep, alright, never mind. GG's. Okay. Is there any reason to play this out? I've revealed Will-O-Wisp, Flare Blitz. I mean, I can't. I can't win this one. I'm gonna conserve my info here. Alright, so the issue is... What's the issue? The issue is, or was in this game, Tangrowth. Hit way too many sleep powders for my good. We really need to avoid that. I don't have an electric move on Porygon Z. But let's see, get into the next battle, let's see how we can adjust. Okay. So, Tangrowth. Tangrowth is the problem here. How do we beat Tangrowth? You may be asking yourself that very question. Wish I could tell you. Don't have a taunt to be seen. I still haven't seen Rage Powder on that thing, so at least that I can remember. I'm gonna run out of time here. I think we go back to what we did game one. That was a simple, a simple different play away from it working. We'll see. We're gonna go back to that play. If they do the same approach, I don't know what my best line is. But again, what you gonna do? This is a really cool match nonetheless. Okay, so they leave the same. I definitely anticipate Trick Room. I'm gonna say that they're probably gonna do Rage Powder this time around, and ooh, man, Goggles on Arcanine would have been a move here. I really, in all of my prep, I did not anticipate Tangrowth, so good find by them, by Yan for sure. You know, I think we just maybe hope that they built Tangrowth as a bluff and don't have Rage Powder. If they do have Rage Powder, where do we go from there? We switch in Clefairy, assuming that we take out the Tangrowth. Oh my goodness. They went Ninetales. Okay. Oh my gosh, is it Chlorophyll? Tangrowth? Is that even a thing? I used Tangrowth in BDSP and I still don't remember, folks. No, there's no way, right? Maybe? I know it's decently slow, but you know, my team's not that... Porygon's not that fast. So it should definitely be outsped if it's Chlorophyll. Oh, it is Chlorophyll. Oh my gosh. Well, folks, this sucks. I'll say it. Let's do this. Maybe get a one-turn wake. And they'll miss a sleep powder. A boy can dream. A boy can dream, but alas, this is really a nightmare instead. And take another turn of sleep. My gosh. Watch them bring out the Rage Powder now. We've seen Sleep Powder, Leaf Storm. What was the other? I think that might be it. I didn't take notes this match, which was a bad idea. Okay, so they switch out Tangrowth. Maybe if both my Pokemon wake up here, we have a chance, but I just don't see that being the case. Because Arcanine is asleep still. And so is Porygon Z, of course. Well, folks, this could not be going worse for me right now. I can tell you that much for sure. Yeah, we'll do Flare Blitz into Porygon. Well, is Porygon really a threat? I don't think I'm worried about Porygon at this point. Let's do Flare Blitz into Ninetales. And can't freeze, but I got Trick Room up. Who do they want to bring in now? Goodra? Yeah, well, Ice Beam Matslot. Let's call a Goodra switch in. Nope. No such luck. Just an Ice Beam from their Porygon. I get the Wake Up. I get my Ice Beam off. Get the Arcanine Wake Up. And this should KO. So we're moving in the right direction. I should have checked how many turns of Sun there were left. Okay, Rhyperior. They're gonna max. I think I need to preserve. Let me switch in there. And let's protect to stall a turn of their max. Okay, so they max. I'm thinking maybe a Max Quake into the Clefairy slot. And they could prioritize taking out the Porygon Z, which would be great for me since I protected that slot and I get the Clefairy in for free. Okay, Porygon Z protects. Yep. Let's see who the Rhyperior targets. Quake. Into the Clefairy. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. Ice Beam into the Protect. There goes the Sun. I think we launched the Hail Mary. Yeah. And see what happens. Let's see. Please go into the Porygon Z. Okay. Let's get the Sing. Can we hit a Sing? We can. Okay. It's a little vindication for all of the sleep powders they hit. Although, can't help but think that probably sleeping the Rhyperior was the better play. I'm going to go into Urshifu, and let's get an Intimidate down. Let me turn the Trick Room on my left. Last turn of Trick Room. I think we go. We go close combat here. We should live with the Urshifu thanks to Focus Sash. And then that should end their max. I don't know if close combat probably doesn't KO. Oh. Okay, good play. That's gonna break Sash. I hope it KOs. That's all I can say. Oh. It does not, folks. It does not. But I'm pretty confident. Oh, yeah. Sand will. So that's good. Down goes the Porygon 2. That does bring back out. Let's see. That should be Tangrowth in the back still, I think. Tangrowth is still an issue. But is there anything I can do? I think I need to follow me. And I don't think Surging Strikes KOs. Does it? Did it? I don't think it did. Well, we're going to find out. I think that's my only option at this point. I'm going to need... Okay, well, never mind. So they did have Rage Powder all along. Great job, Logan. Let's see. Surging Strikes into the Tangrowth. It's going to do very little damage. Iron Head, okay. Iron Head. Interesting. I think we hope for a move miss. And a crit onto the Tangrowth. That's our only option here, folks. OCann has played really well. Got a lot of Sleep Powder hits. I did get a Sing hit, which is even lower chance, but yeah, that's not going to be enough. I don't think it would have even done it with a crit. That'll do it. That will do it. Well, GG's to OCann. Tough battle. Couldn't help but feel that I could have got one or two of those misses, could have swung it, but I did not set myself up to play around them, so that's really on me. GG's to them. I'm going to cut to a little post-game breakdown, and I will see you there. Well, folks, not the result we wanted, that's for sure, but a fun match nonetheless. I don't love going against Sleep Spam, but it did reveal to me that I need to consider things like that a little bit better in the future. You know, that did prove to be quite the issue. I think there was a couple things that maybe I could have done differently. You know, maybe a grass immune, or really the best I think would have been safety goggles on this on the Arcanine instead of the berry, which I don't think came into play even once. So that would have given me, you know, something to at least pivot into, and maybe a grass type. I originally was thinking of Trevenant in this spot over you know, the Dusknoir, but I decided to go with Dusknoir because I thought it was just it is just bulkier. Turns out hindsight is 20/20, and Trevenant would have been way better to give me a pivot and to just generally have a resistance and immunity to that redirection from the Tangrowth that came out there, and it would have been decent damage into the Rhyperior with, you know, Horn Leech and things like that as well. So that was definitely just a team building misplay on my end, but I think I could have, you know, maybe put a Thunderbolt on Porygon Z to, you know, maybe have Max Lightning to set up the terrain. That could have been something I did. Now, they had counterplay to that, obviously, just switch in the Ninetales and hit another Sleep Powder somehow. You don't miss one in a single battle. Wild, but props to them. Skill difference, honestly. And but OCann was gracious enough to send me his pace, so we can check that out right here. As you see, there's a couple really cool things going on here. We did confirm the Focus Sash on the Tangrowth, and I do think, actually, I haven't gone back and replayed it, but they might have revealed that Protect. I know we were questioning what that fourth move was, and it turns out it was Assault Vest Rhyperior, so Porygon Z just does actually hit that hard, which is crazy. Good set, 252 HP, and so there was not a lot I could do there. It was kind of a standard Sylveon with a berry. If you run Sylveon, a lot of times this is how you do it. especially when you have a weakness policy Gudra, which unfortunately did not come. I think it would have been cool to see, but Yan did mention that it probably could have been good in games 1 or 3 when I went the Porygon Z route, but alas, they were just not so convinced that it was the right play. It's standard Porygon 2, Ninetales with Expert Belt, which is kind of cool. And so you see the grass coverage there as well with Solar Beam, Heat Wave, Will-O-Wisp, and Fake Tears. Overall, overall, nothing too crazy. I think the weakness policy Gudra would have really thrown me for a loop. But again, really nothing that crazy. I think they just did a really good job of identifying the fact that redirectors were not that common outside of the Clefairy, and I can't remember too many others, but especially the redirectors with the massive special attack that Tangrowth has, paired with Sleep Powder spam, and just honestly being a better player and never missing a Sleep Powder is massive. So that was a great find, a great meta call for them, and a bad meta call for me not having an answer to it. So once again, GG's to Yan. They played their butt off in that last game. I think I played decently well. I was put in a bad position based on my own choices, and so I tried to play it off, but they did end up just playing better than me. And so congrats to them. Thank you for Yan once again filling in to give me an opponent to play against this week. It was an honor. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed our match a lot. But thank you guys for watching. We'll be back soon. The next week's theme is, from what I've been told, pretty spicy, and so I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited, and I will catch you guys back here the next time. See ya!